What if ancient Egypt didn't fall? One decision could have changed everything. The entire world we know today could have looked very different. For over 3,000 years, Egypt was untouchable. Religion, politics, economy, all centered on one idea: the pharaoh was eternal. And this is where history quietly turned against them. Refusing to adapt, ignoring new tactics, clinging to divine power, Egypt refused to evolve. But imagine something different. What if one pharaoh made a radical decision? Reduced divine control, regional autonomy, modernized military, a new path emerges. Egypt could have become the first global superpower. Rome might never have risen, Greek dominance limited, the modern world unrecognizable. Every powerful civilization faces this moment: adapt or disappear. The pharaohs weren't unique, and history is still testing us today. One pharaoh dared to decentralize power, empowering regional leaders instead of clinging to absolute control. He restructured the army, introducing advanced strategies other nations hadn't seen yet. Trade networks expanded across the Mediterranean, bringing new ideas and technology. Art, science, and religion evolved faster than ever before, influencing neighbors and rivals. Rome's rise might have been delayed, Greek city-states reshaped, and Africa's influence strengthened globally. With stability and foresight, Egypt could have led in astronomy, medicine, and engineering centuries ahead of its time. Social reforms gave more power to skilled citizens, not just nobility, creating a merit-based system. The collapse that once seemed inevitable might have been avoided entirely. But even the smartest leaders can't predict everything. Rival empires still tested Egypt's strength. Then came the real test: foreign powers watching Egypt grow too strong. Alliances shifted. Neighbors feared what Egypt was becoming. Inside Egypt, not everyone supported the changes. The priesthood resisted. A pharaoh who ruled people instead of gods was dangerous. Now the pharaoh faced an impossible choice: return to divine rule or push forward and risk civil war. History says Egypt hesitated. But in this timeline, he chooses differently. And that single choice rewrites history. At first, it worked. Egypt became richer, stronger, smarter than ever before. But something felt wrong. The old gods were being forgotten. And when people lose faith, fear replaces it. Loyalty weakened, trust fractured. The signs were clear, but ignored. Even the pharaoh began to doubt his own decision. Because now, turning back was impossible. And the next event would decide Egypt's fate forever. The greatest threat to Egypt wasn't outside its borders. It was already inside the palace. A secret pact was formed behind closed doors. The priesthood, once loyal, now feared losing control. They whispered to generals, and poisoned the people's trust. All while the Pharaoh believed peace had been secured. Then the first betrayal surfaced. Orders were ignored, armies hesitated. That's when the Pharaoh realized he had been played. The reforms didn't destroy Egypt, fear did. Egypt survived, but not as it once was. The Pharaoh kept control, but at a cost. The people obeyed, but they no longer believed. And that's when Egypt truly began to weaken. Not from invasion, but from within. Because this isn't just Egypt's story. Every powerful system reaches this moment. Adapt too slowly, and collapse is guaranteed. The Pharaoh made his choice. The question is, what will we choose?